Who I am, where I am, why he's staring me again. What did I do? Who are you? They said she's new. Margaret and Vera, A. Look into a mirror, A. Mine getting clearer, A. Who's standing nearer? She like you, cause the wrong point of view. High heels, Jimmy Choo, and a jacket navy blue. Looking real like Lulu, ready for a rendezvous. They know it's not true. Who's talking to? I enter the room. I always notice the broom. These girls talk too much, they say I never have a groom. My girls know that I ain't no witchy witch. Instead of that, I wanna be a richy rich. I ain't a bee, but if I need, I can switch. That's how I run miles. Do you know what is an inch? I ain't wood, I'm a real lynch. You ain't as good, you make 'em wanna cringe. Am I wrong? Fry proof in the zoom. Go straight to the doctor, think you need to zoom. I bet you won't smell of a that Gucci bloom. Cause you know this preferred perfume. Now let's try to calm this beast down. Y'all can be funny, but I ain't the clown. But better left now, cause somebody gonna drown. Don't worry, you will fall, my sister Queen's crown. Margaret and Vera, look into a mirror. Mine ain't getting clearer. Who is standing nearer? Margaret and Vera, A. Look into a mirror, A. Mine ain't getting clearer, A. Who is standing nearer? She like you, cause the wrong point of view. High heels, Jimmy Choo, and a jacket navy blue. Looking real like Lulu, ready for a rendezvous. They know it's not true. Who's looking to? Stitches get stitches and double face dig ditches. What am I doing here? It ain't one of my wishes. One man said, happy with anybody. Another time of the year, now I'm really old dear. Better tell me why here, cause I have no idea. It's a dog cheer, why you asking my mirror? Nah, I hear somebody's walking down the highway. Don't wanna leave me alone, even on Friday. They say today is the day. There's no point in delay. I'm not about it anyway. Tell me when I need to pray. Feeling like I'm trapped in a boulevard comedy. I need to take my room and go on holiday. They wanna end up like an old man. I'm a human being, no made for you away. Margaret and Vera, look into a mirror. Mine ain't getting clearer. Who is standing nearer? Margaret and Vera, A. Look into a mirror, A. Mine ain't getting clearer, A. Who is standing nearer? She like you, cause the wrong point of view. High heels, Jimmy Choo, and a jacket navy blue. Looking real like Lulu, ready for a rendezvous. They know it's not true. Who's looking to? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you're gonna enjoy this event. So, without further ado, let's get started! Thank you!
Thank you very much. And once again, please applaud this young emerging artist, the real Patricia. Dear guests, today I feel like coming to the final exam, but without that unusual thrill, because it's that rare time when you really feel that you learned for the subject. And this notion leads me to will to share the information with all of you. In the early phase of preparation for 2017, when we are applying to become European Capital of Culture, Kaunas decided that it's going to be a city for young people, a city full of possibilities for youngsters to create content and program which would be relevant for themselves. So I am pleased to welcome you today to the Emerging Kaunas session. My name is Aurelia, and I am the curator of the platform. And today, I'm going to tell you how much courage we needed to get this program where we are now. I imagine that you know the feeling of trying to explain to youngsters how to do it right, protect them from making mistakes, showing them the shorter, or in our perspective, the correct way. Yet we had to let go of this thinking. We had to make space for mistakes. Through the co-creation process and experiences, this program was made. So it was very hard to let go. Not to control, but give space and freedom. Not to tell how, but mentor through process. Not to create for them, but create with them. And these principles led us to achieving the following during all the preparation year. 180 youngsters tutored about cultural projects, creation and implementation to the city. 140 activities initiated and implemented. 3,500 young people involved directly. 9 partnerships signed. And 1 tempo space, creative hub for youngsters opened. We started a program with the educational course for those who always wanted to be involved in the cultural sector, however, didn't have a platform or content to be not only listeners, but also the creators. Creators who have their own responsibilities, their own opportunities to show what it means to be initiator of change. While working with different age groups, we implemented various strategies of engagement. Starting with little ones, the toddlers, our partner, Dance Theater Scena, decided that it is nice to engage all the family. We had a program together with contemporary dance creators who organized dance performances for children and their parents. During this process, contemporary dancers leveled up their competences and they are continuing to adapt the content and for children and introduce them with creative expression. At least we think so. Also for the young audience, our partners, Terra Publica, are preparing fairy tales which originated from various nations. While telling about the traditions and culture, the goal of this is to familiarize youngsters with the ethnic groups which lived or are living in Kaunas. Russians, Ukrainians, Jews, Tatars, Greeks, and all the others. This collection of fairy tales is another method through which families can be together. And it's important to mention that the book is created with the ethnic communities, and this book will be released next year, in the second half of the next year. Moreover, for the kids from primary and secondary educational schools, we created lessons of contemporary capital. The aim of the project was to integrate artistic experience into the learning system. Together with our partner, the National Drama Theatre, we created a cycle of workshops called Theatre Cube. During the courses, the team from National Drama Theatre traveled around the schools in the city and explained what happens behind that mystical curtain. They lead the children through interactive activities where the goal is to familiarize with interdisciplinary tasks which creative team faces on the daily basis. Another project which is aimed to the same audience and organized by our partners, by the way, the oldest still running cinema in Lithuania, Romuva. Workshops which are inspired by Vladimiras Starevičius, one of the pioneers of the first stop-motion animation in Europe, provide the opportunity for children and young people to get to know the origins of animation and create their imaginary world. Following this activity, next May, we will invite you to the Animation Festival, where all the content will be family-friendly. Therefore, animation creators from all over the Europe are welcome to join us in this wonderful event. With all these activities, we do not forget the topics that are relevant to Europe and the world. One of them is ecological problems. Our partner, Science and Innovation for Society, together with over 11 schools, organize lectures and workshops which inspire to change habits. To change habits. It's not easy, but it's doable. In this and next year, partners are planning to visit more schools and together with youth create action models which contribute to promotion of sustainable living. And today, entering the year of cultural capital, it is impossible to count hours of preparation, coffees, emails that we've written to our partners with requests to allow young people to implement their ideas in their cultural organizations. The hundreds of debates that we had about on what is important to the city and how to achieve it. Over 5 years, people who have joined us became an equal partners in presenting next year's program and content, which will invite the whole Europe to see. The goal of our platform was to active engagement and accessible culture for everyone would not be only words in bid book, but also an experience, which in my opinion was very, very successful. Today we can be proud of more than 100 young people who got the chance to create content to the city, addressing issues of cultural openness and different forms. We can talk about more than 10 sustainable youth-led projects that gather their own audiences and explore topics of poetry, audio content, fashion, photography, filmmaking, and niche music styles, and psychological well-being. It is worth to mention that young people not only develop and implement their projects, but also with the help of us, they solve the issues of their project budget using the participatory methodology. And it's a very interesting and new way how to deal with youth-led projects. A thinker, that's an interesting idea I want to share with you. A thinker and a humanist, Ludvikas Zamenhofas, who created in Kaunas in early 20th century, introduced to the world international Esperanto language. He believed that this language, this tool, should help all the different people to communicate. And this genius invention, actually, which is known all over the world, started from a very simple thought and determination to change the existing situation. So, following this logic, we are following path of discovery here in Kaunas. Through exploring our potential and trying to connect it with unexpected forms, in the middle of this, we reveal new ways of engagement and widen our scope on how culture can be understood. We believe that using networking and human potential has undeniably great value for culture. Even though I have to admit it's a long and difficult process. In conclusion, I would like to say today what I said to my colleagues and really would like to repeat it here. In my opinion, I think that European Capital of Culture already happened. I think that we already created the change in the mind of young people and their participation in creating culture. To prove this, that it's not only words, today I feel quite confident to give a space to my young colleagues, people who we've been working from the very beginning, and to give word to them, who will tell us what it means to be part of European Capital of Culture and what is waiting for you all next year. These young people are living proof that our job is done, and I can calmly leave space for them. You will hear personal stories from youngsters about who we are and who we want to become. Later will follow the presentation of our partners, festivals, and other activities that we will see next year. What else here to say? I just can invite my colleague Sandra, who started her journey with the Contemporary Capital with the first educational program, and now she's standing here and she can present what it really means to be a young person in Kaunas. Sandra.
Thank you. I'm Sandra, everyone. Eyes here. I'm 17. My head is full of dreams and fears, stereotypes and insecurities. Yet, I try to analyze myself while I'm exploring the city. Last minute, I applied to some first-time teenagers growing program called Kaunas Challenge. There I meet mind-like peers, get mentorship, and know-how how to make a project. And making idea real, that's how I fell into this. Later, with the team, we meet Kaunas European Capital of Culture wannabe. We want more youth, they say. Professionals provide us with the tools, connections, and most importantly, trust. That quality empowered us to think bigger, to try harder, and to feel like the host of the city. And you know, trust means both freedom and responsibility. Empowerment is a superpower. Kaunas officially becomes European Capital of Culture 2022. With the team, we are creating an edutainment, cultural, and Kaunastic project named Youth Kaunas. I'm not sure what we are doing, but we want to organize one-day youth culture, edutainment, lectures, and fun festival. We pitch our idea, we get a place. Pieno Centras. 4 floors of modernism beauty for a week for our event. And you know, sometimes I can't believe it happened. A bunch of underage students get a heritage building and a budget to organize something from scratch. Kaunastic, isn't it? And it was really nice experience knowing that you can create and you are trusted and you belong to the city. I'm 18. Even though I graduated from the program, I'm still visiting temporary office of European Capital of Culture. I spent my time there after school because I have ideas to share and they have questions to ask. I have just graduated high school, and in my head I have a dilemma. Which capital to choose? The current or the contemporary one? But Kaunas 2022 has a proposal to me. Stay here and join the team. I'm 19. I coordinate the Kaunas Challenge program. I see motivated youth meet mind-like peers, get exclusive mentorship, and make projects in their teams. They explore the city, they collect experiences, and they are not really sure what they are doing, but they are passionate and excited about it. They fail and try again. It's a superpower. I'm 21. I have just graduated from university. I'm a mentor of youth empowerment program Kaunas Challenge. I have already managed 3 seasons and met 105 curious doers, which means 15 teams with the exact same number of projects and 10 times more crazy ideas to manage. I do individual and team mentoring sessions. I have a sharp and smart team. I believe the youth is changing the city. I see the city changing because of youth. Organizations seek to hear youth voice more. Our youth initiatives inspire citizens. And as I said, we are real hosts of the city. Next year, we will launch the 7th season of Kaunas Challenge by ourselves, because last week we officially registered an official Kaunas Cultural Youth Organization, Emerging Kaunas. It's a legacy for European Capital of Culture's youth dream. We have a saying, we are growing heads in which the city grows, and it is a growing experience. And here I am now. My head is full of challenges, experiences, and Kaunas. I hope yours feels too. Thank you. But as I said, I have a team, and I'm not alone here. So I invite my dear colleague, best friend / alumni of the club, Austea, to tell us more about this.
Thank you, Sandra. I definitely believe that Kaunas Challenge is an amazing place to grow ourselves. However, each year we get more and more students coming and joining our amazing program, and therefore we also learn how to be in a community and how to foster it. And yes, that said, I should introduce myself. My name is Austėja, and I started my journey in 2017. I also joined Kaunas Challenge, and I was in 11th grade. Now I'm standing here, and I am a third-year university student, and I am also a mentor of youth projects. During these years, I not only found my best friends here, but I also learned some, skills that I have to mention, right? So, definitely, communication. I never managed how to communicate within the organization, with the partners, how to actually pitch my ideas and make them come true. But that's it. Enough about me. Let's get to know the community that Kaunas 2022 has been fostering for 5 years now. All these videos and pictures you see behind me are the people who have undergone Kaunas Challenge, and they formed an alumni club where we all continue to foster our ideas and make them come true. Before looking into these projects more closely, I would like to state some of the facts, numbers, also very important, about our club. So at the moment, we have 120 alumni who are welcome to realize their own ideas or join the projects or events that our partners are constantly offering. This is to say that last year we had 7 culturally or socially oriented projects who have in total created 27 different scale events. That's quite a lot, right? Also, during those events and our videos and meetings, we have reached more than 8,000 people, mostly Lithuanian youth, and included 30 different partner organizations. This summer, thanks to Sandra, 4 new projects have joined, and 2 of them have already made public appearances in our festival that we had, Co-Creation Perkūnija. You'll hear about it later. Okay, enough about the numbers. Let's talk about the goals of our project. Firstly, before coming to your seats, you might have met Puota, which were making the workshop right there. They are all about the community who creates texts and visuals. They have already made, since their start in early 2019, 22 events. That's really quite a lot. They also realized 1 zine magazine and and another one is coming next year, and you will be able to see it during our amazing festival that you'll hear later. Also, hip-hop singer, the real Patricia that you heard singing, she's also from one of our community projects that we have that's called Pusės Dainos Festivalis, PDF, meaning Half Song Festival. It's all about creating community about hip-hop, especially trap, and trying to find opportunities for new performers to show themselves. Not to mention the fact that we have quite a negative view about trap, so we are trying to change it. Of course, we have several more socially oriented projects, such as Randai, meaning scars. This project is about healing each other's physical and mental scars through art and interaction. They have released 1 exhibition that has been already shown in 6 different places, in Kaunas, Vilnius, Klaipėda, and even in online gallery. Also, for the next year, they are preparing a painting exhibition with collaboration with the youth that is imprisoned. Definitely gonna be waiting to see it. Well, that's definitely a quality content, but we also have some fun. I mean, we are the youth, right? So some of our projects are like Lampa, crazy. They are going all for unexpectedness. For example, if you want to celebrate Halloween, but you don't want to wait for the Halloween, you can celebrate it in summer. Just ask the guys. Also, if you think that finances and managing them is boring, I mean, stop right there. You should go to YouTube, type Serie F, and you're going to be immersed in the world of finances through funky videos. They have realized 6 of them and more upcoming. This is to say, talking about premieres, we have our amazing team, Žaidžiam Kauną, who are all about the interactions, and they have just released new board game that you can also later see in the booths. And I guess these are most of our projects, right? Next year, these mentioned projects, 11 of them, they are going to create an amazing festival, AUDRۆ, that you are going to hear about. And the last thing, I haven't mentioned one amazing project that has made a hit this year, but I'm only the person to adore it, not to speak about it. Its name is Komoda. It's all about fashion. They have created fashion show having 5 emerging artists. So I would like to please welcome to the stage Naujas, my dearest friend and colleague, who is going to tell more about it.
Thank you, Stia. So, as Ostia mentioned, my name is Naujas. I'm one of the founding members of Project Komoda and a youth project coordinator here at Kaunas 2022. First time I joined Kaunas 2022 was in 2019 when I enrolled in Kaunas Challenge program. There I pitched an idea to create a project that's focused on fashion. The team quickly formed and we started to work on our ideas. During the interwar period, Kaunas was a very fashionable city, but the stereotypes have changed tremendously to a city which is mostly associated with people in trainers than anything else. We wanted to change this. Our idea was to educate Kaunasians and Lithuanians about the fashion industry, from the global to the local scale, and show the importance of environmentally conscious style decisions. As one of the base pillars of our project, we decided to choose to become a platform for emerging fashion designers. While our first photography exhibition, Modern Life, created in partnership with Kaunas 2022 Modernism for the Future program, was a reimagining of style from the interwar period with contemporary clothing pieces from this year's. All our models from this exhibition were people one way or another working in the realm of culture. Our idea was to let their voices be heard. Our team saw how much work and courage it takes to create such content, and we were very happy that we had the mentorship from Kaunas 2022 youth program and others. We saw how important it is to have good partners, such as museums or other organizations. Without them, this kind of a project couldn't exist. From the start of the idea of this project, a thought about a fashion show lingered in our heads. And in the summer of 2021, it became a reality. Komoda Fashion Show, the foundation, was a true platform for emerging creators to show their creations to the broader public. We are very happy to say that we managed to invite 5 emerging designers from all over Lithuania to show their creations in our event that was a part of Kaunas 2022 Perkūnija Festival. Arielė Ugnė, Amfera Wear, Kotrina Leng Design, Ruta Jan, and Mild Power were the designers that showed up and presented their collections in the heart of Kaunas city, near the Mykolas Žilinskas Gallery. We wanted this event to not only be a great opportunity for the designers, but for the models and other people who want to work in the industry of fashion. In total, we managed to involve more than 50 people in the creation of this event and to attract an audience of over a few hundred. And our live recording of this event is now being watched more than 3,000 times. For 2022 Festival AUDRۆ, we are preparing a program which not only consists of local designers, but also from emerging designers that are from abroad countries too. We feel that Kaunas can become a hub for industry professionals who want to grow and create, and we are looking forward in seeing you in our events this July. And now I would like to present you with our models that will present you with clothing pieces that were showed in this summer in our fashion show, The Foundation. Thank you and enjoy.
Thank you, Komoda team. And hello, I am Ustea also. And all the incredible people, all the young incredible people that have spoken and will speak here today have one thing in common. They all took part in the establishment of the Co-Creative Festival Perkūnija. From July 2nd to 4th, almost 50 distinct activities were happening in the city center of Kaunas. And you're about to see some of them in the video footage behind me. The video depicts the amount of content quite well. You will see plenty different locations, creators, organizers, professionals, volunteers right there, and attendees. And keep in mind, I was only filming on Saturday. There's still so much left behind the scenes. Thematically, Youth Festival Perkūnija focused on identity, psychological well-being, sustainability, and nonverbal communication, with co-creation and youth involvement at every single step. Our team, 9 young festival curators, collaborated by harnessing our own skills and abilities to divide responsibilities, innovate, and generate value. Consequently, we, young people with imaginative, unique ideas, a massive passion for culture, and our city, Kaunas, managed to manufacture the biggest co-creation festival yet, with activities ranging from discussions to morning sports, from tattoo workshops to paintings at midnight, from fashion shows to alerte opus radio shows and live music performances or night excursions. Special emphasis was put on strengthening the participation of young people aged 16 to 29 in contemporary culture through co-creative practices with artists, involving them in international exchanges and enabling them to act at a European level. There were approximately 59 professionals participating and tens of thousands of visitors. And by visitors, I mean young, vivid people eager to co-create and create convivial and memorable experiences. Talking about memorable experiences and additional value, I myself have learned greatly throughout the process of the festival, from actually understanding how to use the GoPro camera. Honestly, the stand would keep falling down. It was really difficult to keep it steady, but well, I managed somehow. To even getting a little grasp of what I would possibly like to be doing in the future, and that is really important to me right now because I'm currently in the 12th grade. Working on this has taught me actual life-changing lessons, and I hope, but I also know, that with the work that the whole team put in, participating can give just as much. So this is how the first Co-Creation Festival took place in Kaunas. But listen attentively right now. It will continue to grow even more. And next year, in the year of the title of European Capital of Culture, it will become the Festival of the Modern City, AUDRå, which, translated to English, means thunder, to German, Donner, to Portuguese, Trovão, to Spanish, Trueno. The thunder of the AUDRå program will be loud, and it will be loud at a European level for speakers of any language, for visitors of any nationality, for youth all over Europe. Youth culture is once again set to dominate the public sphere for more than 3 days. So what are you waiting for? Come, join us, and to co-create and celebrate with us. And there am I, filming the last clips, not saying goodbye, saying see you next year, and hopefully you will all be there. This experience is not one to miss. And more about the major parts of the upcoming festival, I would like to invite our main partners, whose club and events I myself am a huge fan of. A well-known electronic music club, Lizda's team. Please, welcome, Mantas.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? All right, yeah. My name is Mantas. I'm the curator of the main event for youth co-creation program, Rising Kaunas. And as you already heard from Austea, this festival is called AUDRå. And AUDRå is happening next year from June 29th to 3rd of July, 2022. Yes, so with AUDRå Festival, we are targeting young generation, young generation and the curious middle-aged ones as well. And AUDRå Festival is mostly about electronic music, like house music, techno music, wave, also new shapes of hip-hop, as we heard in the beginning here. And AUDRå is also about light arts and audiovisual performances. And as we like to say in our office, electronic music is the new rock and roll. So I say it's the music of this generation that I'm sitting with now at this forum. Yeah. So let's start with a little bit about myself and about my organization. On regular basis, I am the curator of and owner of electronic music club Lizdas. And I'd say Lizdas is a small venue, but a very important one in this town. As at the time we opened, it was in 2015, there was no such thing as an electronic music, as a dance club, as a club about the music itself. So I suppose we were adding some musical depths and adding the so needed modernity and variety to the nightlife, especially to the young people. And yeah, Lizdas has been open for 7 years. We have gathered quite a community, and became one of the most respected clubs in Lithuania and known on the map of Europe as well. And I'm honored and very happy that we have this opportunity together with my team to organize this main event for Rising Kaunas. And when we were working on the project, we were thinking, what is this main event? What's it going to be? So is it the main event in the stadium or in some park, or maybe the main event can be made of a few smaller events or different events? And that was the direction we decided to take, make one event out of a few, and somehow ended up with offering an extended 5-day festival. Yeah, so why it is AUDRA? And it was said that AUDRA in Lithuanian means a storm, and as an element of nature, AUDRA is a symbolism of change and drama and extremes and intimidation. And we would like that Kaunas have this change, because it's been years we haven't had any big new festival with new music presenting it. And I expect that, like the storm, AUDRA will challenge the city and provoke its settled rules and hopefully broaden the horizons and mindsets of its citizens. Yeah. Yes, and let's talk more about how it will be and where it's going to be, because one of the key issues and key things in event organizing and attractions is the venue. I say the venue is like the same as important as a headliner, and we've been considering and carefully selecting those venues that the festival is gonna take part in. It's not gonna be like 5 days in one place. It's gonna be 5 days and 5 or 6 different venues. So for a long time, Kaunas had a reputation of being a little bit abandoned, especially like 10 years ago. If someone would come from Vilnius and say, hey, look, Kaunas looks like the Detroit of Lithuania. And I'm like, oh yeah, is it? Yeah, but it might be. But at the time, we would have lots of places that we could rent. And this year, we were challenged with the issue that Kaunas was getting so much infrastructure modernized, and buildings that were supposed to be empty are now being in use, that we had to really dig on the things, on the places that we would see our festival. So yeah, let's get more detailed on the festival day by day. AUDRA will start on Wednesday, start slowly in the evening, opening with light installation and an academic electronics concert. For the opening installation, we are working with super talented audiovisual artists called 4040 from St. Petersburg. Apparently, I cannot reveal the building where this installation will be, because we haven't locked the deal yet, and you don't say if you didn't lock. But there's a little teaser about it, that is going to be a Soviet heritage building that was never used before for any kind of events or any kind of parties. At least from what I remember, this never happened. And for the opening electronic act, we are negotiating and almost closing the deal with Icelandic artist Hildur Gudnadottir. That's a very hard name. And together with Chris Watson and Sam Slater, she has a project called Chernobyl. And she got an Emmy Award and a Grammy Award for writing a soundtrack for this famous series, Chernobyl. And basically, this show is relying heavily on the location recordings from Ignalina nuclear power station. And I think this is, Kaunas 2022 is the best time for this act to get to Lithuania. And I don't know, we can hear this Ignalina sounds we're here in Kaunas. So, first day. The next day, apart from all the activities from the Rising Kaunas is doing, in the evening we are moving to Žilinskas Gallery. Mykolas Žilinskas Gallery. I actually have very close ties with the place because my club's in the gallery, and I spend lots of times there, just working actually. And I always had the idea of like owning the gallery a little bit, like taking a part of it, getting more of a space, and maybe open some sort of a pop-up gallery, especially now when the gallery is being on reconstruction. We are expecting to have a sort of digital art and audiovisual art presentations there. And the postmodernistic architecture there is just asking for a little mapping on the building with its white walls. Unfortunately, it's very much summer, but still, the night comes here. And in the very afternoon, in the gallery terrace, we will organize a few concerts and a short or long discotheque, depends on the dancers. Yeah, so hopefully it will not last till 9 in the morning, because sometimes it happens, and we can continue to have fun on Friday. And yeah, Friday and Saturday, I move these two, Friday night and Saturday night, I connect these to one place. We're gonna drop a rave party at Pergalės steel processing plant. And this plant is actually still working, and it's in the middle of a city, but some parts of it are not in use, and the owners agreed to give us those spaces for our festival, for our event. So we will prepare the area that was used for processing steel. We will make the area useful for dancing and listening to music. Yeah, so historically this area has been factory since the 19th century, and it has a very mixed architecture. Some parts were made in the Soviet Union, some parts in the interwar era, and some parts are even older. So we are developing the idea of free music stages, from electronic live acts to world-famous A-class DJs, and most prominent future artists will show up at this place on Friday and Saturday. I can go a little bit about the stages, so at least for me it's interesting. So one stage will be in a big hangar where they used to manufacture propellers for big-sized ships. Yeah, actually in this one, yeah, I was just there. And the other stage will take over the factory's canteen that was made for factory workers, and that was the Soviet time issue. And the experimental stage will hold premises of very early factory part where we used to produce nails. I think it was just before the First World War happened. So the whole area will be prepared for long-time partying with workshops and food trucks and chill-out zones. And of course, safe partying will be ensured. And there's one more thing. We are negotiating for an opportunity to arrange a maze throughout the factory where all the steel processing machinery is stationed. So let's say if you are dancing in one space and you want to get to another, you take this maze throughout these actually crazy things that, for me, I've never seen that before, just so many of these. I think there were some in the pictures. All right, Saturday. Apart from the night thing, we have daytime hanging, daytime fun at Kaunas AUDRۆ. Actually, Kaunas AUDRۆ, I don't know why, but it was never used for some sort of events, or maybe there was this the new Scena place where lots of choirs, yeah, used to sing, and I was this little. I used to sing there, but the main park was like never used for any concerts. It's like the area is in the middle of the city, and in fact, it is the largest urban stand of major oaks in Europe. At least that's the information that I found. And one interesting fact that is in the interwar period, a small part of the oak grove was used as an urban horticultural farm conservatory. So this place is filled with strange creepers and trees and bushes growing there that is not naturally natural for the area. So with all this time being not cared about, it created some sort of a urban jungle, I'd say. And yeah, it is a very special place, I'd say. That conservatory didn't survive the time, and it is not there anymore. But yeah, we will make sure a live stage and a DJ tent decorated in an appropriate manner are there to entertain, and some easy music like soul, dub, cumbia, and daytime disco will be provided there at this venue. And finally, Sunday. On Sunday, we invite to a gathering on a confluence where Nemunas and Neris collide. And confluence, in the modern days, this place was used for big happenings. Let's say if a pope visits the town, so yeah, you have it in a confluence area. And if the Kaunas city has a festival, you also have it there with a big stage and lots of people down there just having fun. And most probably in the medieval times, it was the area for battles, as Kaunas castle is just around the corner. So, you know, the Crusaders were fighting the pagans, yeah, still. So we figure that some tradition needs to be preserved, and on the occasion of AUDRÅ, we thought, okay, let's do it as traditionally it is, and do a stage in the confluence. So, but we offered just to have it in a little bit different way, like to have a picnic, or just, you know, to chill out, play some ball, play badminton or chess, I don't know, or have a little grill area prepared there. You know, we are Northern people, and worse is that we are Eastern Northern people, and kind of we lack this communication and spending time together with your neighbor. So yeah, we will invite people to chill out and to enjoy the company of your neighbor, of your resident fellow. And we will have the biggest festival names on this stage. I mean, that includes the biggest Lithuanian live bands and world famous international artists. So yeah, that's it. And let's say, to sum up, our goal is to create a new city festival in Kaunas, a festival that will last not only this year, but would be like a tradition every summer in Kaunas. And a festival that reflects modern lifestyle and culture and values. We've seen examples in Poland doing this, where the city and the festival cooperate together to create kind of good atmosphere for business and for people to visit, and for just, you know, having good fun together. That's what we're here for. I don't know. So these were 5 days of AUDRÅ. Some of the events will be free of charge. Some will have tickets. All of them will be reasonably priced, and we have a variety of musical styles and arts planned for this event. We accept a scope to be of 60,000 to be touched by this festival one way or another. And with all the lineup we are working on, I hope at least 5% of the scope will be of foreign countries, Latvia, Estonia, maybe Ukraine. Not sure about Poland, they have too many festivals there already. But yeah, for the full lineup, please follow Kaunas 2022, and we will have a separate web page with all the info we are planning to announce, and all the early bird tickets will be announced like in a month's time. Yeah, that's all for me. Thanks for listening. See you at AUDRA.
Thank you. Thank you, Mantas, very much. You told quite a lot about the upcoming festival, and I also would like to give a stage for our partners who will be integrated into the festival with their own activities. So please,
Hello. Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gintare, and I am a participant of Produce Collab, a program created for aspiring stage producers. Today, I will tell you a little bit about the program itself, its future perspectives, and our participation in the AUDRA Festival. So the Produce Collab program was started due to a lack of professional stage producers in Kaunas. Young artists had the passion, but they lacked the specialist knowledge and real-life experience required to express and propel their career. In order to change that and to raise a new generation of producers, Kaunas City Chamber Theatre and Kaunas European Capital of Culture 2022 gathered some of the greatest professionals of the field, such as Gintare Masteikaitė, Goda Gedraitytė, Jurga Knyvienė, Ana Ablamova, Rusnė Krekždaitė, and Darius Visbaras. All of them became mentors in the program and dedicated their time and knowledge to train the participants of the program. The program itself began early this year with a series of lectures and practical demonstrations. Our placements followed in the late spring, where we started working with our mentors. And we had a chance to use what we learned in real-life situations and gain invaluable experience in the process. And so here we are today. We are happy to announce that young producers have already been involved in projects such as Festival Contempo, Cosmos Lab 21, and many others. Moreover, 2 of the participants of the program will present their personal projects in the festival AUDRA. First is a dance performance, Šokis kurio nėra, which will attempt to enhance the theater experience for blind people. The creative company and the show producer, Vasara Visotskaitė, will demonstrate that the very basic elements of dance, a body and its movement through the space, are enough to transfer a creative idea. By allowing the audience to interact with the performers, it is possible to experience a dance show without having the ability to see. And the second project is my personal project. It's a solo piece drawing inspiration from physical theater called Joan. Taking ideas from the story of Joan of Arc, this show will explore the theme of identity and mental state of a young person who is facing a dilemma, whether to take responsibility for one's actions and beliefs or to refuse them. So we really hope that you will enjoy our projects just as much as we enjoyed making them. Thank you.
So, hi everyone, my name is Austėja, and now I'm going to represent one more significant partner of European Capital of Culture 2022, Kaunas Pažaislik Music Festival. Together, we're taking part in an international theater project, INET 2.0. It aims to encourage young people to use theater as a tool to express their political and social issues. 8 youngsters' performances delivered in 8 countries contributes to 8 cultural festivals all around Europe. Right now, while preparing, 16 to 29-year-old participants are analyzing and reflecting on current social political topics, as well as engaging in a dialogue on the future of the European Union. The reproductions are taking place, and motivated youngsters are challenging themselves to prepare the groundbreaking work. The newly created productions will be performed in all partner countries. From my personal experience, meeting some of the members of the INET, I could say that youngsters are really eager to travel and collaborate, but most importantly, to educate themselves on the issues that they really care about. Next year on their visit, I can't wait to show them our fascinating city and show Kaunas from the perspective. So, about the happenings. The Lithuanian performance is being created by the uprising director Rokas Laužinikas and his troupe, Mr. Stagey. The production focuses on the noise of the silence. The audience will be invited to not only look at the solidarity from the outside, but to live it, to feel that by being together we can change and be changed. Because in theater, life helps to create and creation helps to live. The Slovenian group will work on the topic of fake news. The Serbian and Greek ones will deal with the topic of ecology, while the Germans concentrate on the anti-fascism. Next year, we all see these performances as part of the main program of Kaunas 2022 Contemporary City Festival, AUDRÅ. Do not miss a chance to encounter such happenings next year here in Kaunas. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi, so my name is Jurgis. I am a representative of the Gamers Dance Studio and one of its main event organizers. And today I'm here to talk about the 4th edition of the Gamer City Battle, which in fact will be the largest dance battle in our nation's history. Well, assuming it goes well. We would like to invite everyone who appreciates the art of movement to come and experience this culture on a scale that you have never seen before. So, what am I boasting about? The best of the best dancers from all over Europe will gather here on July 2nd to compete for the title of the strongest. Since obviously we cannot let just about anyone judge an event of this level, the highest caliber judges have also been selected. I'm very happy to announce that for the first time in Lithuania, we will see Salah the Entertainer from France, one of the most respected and well-known street dancers of our time, or any time for that matter. He will also be joined by 2 other great professionals from the United Kingdom, Alex Mechanical and Frankie J. And that is far from all. We are currently negotiating with other world-famous talents to fill the judge positions, including Icy from France, Hero from Japan, B-boys Meno and Uzi Rock from the Netherlands and Ukraine respectively, as well as Bigel Kastet from Russia. For the cherry on top, I'm also happy to say that none other than Sadek Waf, one of the founders and choreographers of Geometry Variable, who you can see on the screen right now, will be coming to Lithuania beforehand, a week before the event, in fact, to create a brand new special showcase with our local dancers. It will truly be a never-before-seen marvel of hypnotizing geometrical shapes. So to sum it all up, on July 2nd, 2022, you will have a chance to see street dance in its highest and purest form. It will truly be something to behold, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jurgis. Thank you, all the partners, Mantas, and all the speakers that were before here. So I hope that you understood that next year there's going to be a plenty of things to see and to co-create together. But I also hope that you heard that our platform is about the process. So we've been together for 5 years, and I hope more to come. As closing remark, I would like to thank all our partners, technical team behind this beautiful event and all this forum that made it happen and made it possible to see online. So thank you very much for participation. I'm inviting you to have a coffee, to warm ourselves, and to have non-formal talks about what is going to happen next year. See you all next year in Kaunas. Thank you.